trail, or is it just not marked? Wow, look at this gnarly old tree. Really cool looking. I'm just here for a short hike. Haven't been to this section of the woods in a long time. I had to get my truck serviced, so I figured, hey, afterwards I'll go for a nice hike. You could see these big pits all through here. I'm pretty sure these used to be phosphate mines back 100 years ago or so. So yeah, there's a fairly deep drop there. Some folks just arrived too at the trail, and I like to be alone, so I'm speeding up a little bit to have a distance between us so that we both have some privacy in the woods. Well, something digging here, or someone digging here. One thing about it here is I don't think this is an official trail. There's no markings anywhere. I know there's a fire road this way if I walk straight that way. Ooh, something was moving in the brush. Alrighty, I'll check back in a little bit. Gonna stay on the fire road. There's a nice breeze. It's not too hot. I can imagine in the summertime though, walking on this fire road in the heat with no tree cover would be a little bit intense. I got lots of water. It's very dry. We haven't had rain in such a long time. And everything is just dried up. Alright, I'll check back in a bit. Here's some evidence of machinery that was used when these were mines a long time ago. Interesting. A lot of digging going on here. I'm assuming they're wild boars digging up all around here. This would probably be a cool place to find fossils too. It's nice and serene out here for sure. Just the way I like it. And here's a gopher tortoise mound. They live underground. Well, they nest underground. And then they come out here and eat a lot of the vegetation. They're particularly fond of the prickly pear fruits. Prickly pear cactus fruits. There's a butterfly. You can really see from the geography, this place definitely has in some areas a desert feel to it. It's real sandy and dry. But there's a lot of springs and creeks and stuff all around this area. But like I said, the drought we're in, most of them, the spring flow is probably really low and the creeks are probably dried up. No, not like a dandelion flower. I thought they would start to just blow off. Oh, there we go. Cool. Looks like we're getting into some shade. That's always nice. I'm from a desert environment to a jungly one in just a mere few hundred yards. There's something in there. There we got some more wildflowers. We've got those air plants growing on the trees too. It's always cool to see. It's nice and quiet, really serene. You don't hear any traffic or anything. I love it. Another gopher tortoise burrow. I'm looking to see any cool fossils around. Kind of cool to just kind of look around and see. Of course, a lot of the fossils in Florida are usually bivalves and sea creatures and things. I think there's some shells in this one here. That's always cool to see. wonder if there's a drop over here where there's another little mine entrance. There's an animal track. Looks like it's a deer track. And there's a whole bunch of antlion traps in the sand here. They're a fearsome looking insect that traps ants when they walk into the little sand hole they can't get out. And then these two massive jaws come out and eat the ants. They're pretty wild looking. They kind of remind me of that one of the Star Wars episodes kind of had a creature like that. There's a lot of these little sandy oases in the middle of the woods. Alright, back to the road. It's another air plant. It's called Old Man's Beard, just like me. And here we have a beautiful prickly pear cactus flower. Well, we're getting a little bit closer to the road, so starting to have a little bit of traffic noise way in the distance still, but I like me the serenity for sure. You hear all the dogs all fired up. It's because there's lots and lots of airboats on the river today. It makes so much noise. Kind of gets aggravating sometimes. And the dogs are all fired up in the neighborhood. Chickens are all fired up in the neighborhood. There should be more restrictions on that stuff, to be honest with you. Well, let's go into the woods and hopefully find some peace and serenity and get deeper into the woods and get away from the noise of the airboats. It doesn't take long to get away from the river and get deeper into the woods to kind of quell the sounds of the airboats as best they can, to be honest, but it's beautiful out here. Look at this nice maple or sweet gum tree. And magnolia, and lots of palms. And it already got quiet. My kind of hike. Except now we have airplane noise in the distance. It's always something. I've been having to do a lot of crouching underneath all these palm fronds, but that's okay. It's a beautiful day in the wonderful wild woods. It's the second hike of my day. 2 hikes in one day. And that's okay with me. I just met some really nice folks on the trail. I was talking to them about this place, and it was a nice conversation. It's a good day in the woods for sure when you come across like-minded people in the woods. And like I said, it's kind of cool. You get 2 hikes in a day. There's another area here that's usually wet, a wet prairie here, bone dry right now because of the drought. I don't want to go through all the brush because I didn't put any bug spray on, but I'm sure the rains will be coming soon. It's always nice to hear the bird song. Nice breeze just came by. You can just see how dry the forest floor is, which is not a good thing. You know, usually the pines are a lot brighter orange, but they're really faded out, dried out, and that's not too good. It's a warm wind right now too, which isn't good. And the pines are dancing in the wind. So here's another wet prairie, which are just really shallow ponds. And they usually have, you know, several inches of water. And it's just so bad. It's so dry, and that warm wind that's coming through here, just not good. We really need to get the rain back as soon as we can.